all-seeing heaven, progenitor of time, forever blessed, deity sublime, propitious on a novel mystic shine, and crown his wishes with a life divine. Please continue watching to enjoy more spiritual poetry by the ancient prophet Orpheus, vegetarian.
Vegan, heaven loves you, my friend.
Αγαπητοί θεατές, σας ευχαριστούμε θερμά που είσαστε μαζί μας σήμερα. Means loving viewers, we're delighted to have you with us today in Greek. I am Dimitra. The friendly people of the island of Crete wish you all the best on your spiritual journey and hope you find contentment and peace along the way. May God help all truth seekers understand the harm that animal people flesh eating has on one's spirituality and turn away from such immorality. Welcome to The Divine in All, selections from the Hymns of Orpheus, part 1 of 2 on Words of Wisdom. Orpheus was an ancient spiritual master who was born in southern Bulgaria and is believed to have been the son of the Thracian king Oeagrus. After his beloved wife Eurydice died in a tragic accident, he devoted his life to spiritual understanding. His spiritual teachings focus on the belief that human souls are divine and immortal, and once these divine souls come down to earth, they become trapped in the circle of successive rebirths. Utmost importance is thus placed on our actions on earth, with the venerated ancient master being a compassionate vegetarian who taught his followers that refraining from animal people flesh was an essential element for the salvation of humans. Orphism became a religious and spiritual movement that was very prominent in ancient Greece. Many esteemed philosophers were greatly influenced by the teachings, including Pythagoras, Plato, and Empedocles. The enlightened Greek philosopher Plato wrote about the impact the vegetarian diet had on the Orphics, or followers of Orphism, in his book Laws. Men abstained from flesh on the grounds that it was impious to eat it, or to stain the altars of the gods with blood. It was a kind of Orphic life, as it was called, that was led by those of our kind who were alive at that time, taking freely of all things that had not life, but abstaining from all that had life. In addition to being a spiritual master, Orpheus was also a legendary musician and poet. One of his most famous works is the Hymns of Orpheus, where spiritual teachings are set in poetic form. Today, we would like to present excerpts from the Hymns of Orpheus to you, dear viewers. Please enjoy. To Heaven. Great heaven, whose mighty frame no respite knows, Father of all, from whom the world arose, hear, bounteous parent, source and end of all, forever whirling round this earthly ball, abode of gods, whose guardian power surrounds the eternal world with ever-during bounds, whose ample bosom and encircling folds the dire necessity of nature holds, ethereal, earthly, whose all various frame, azure and full of forms no power can tame, all-seeing heaven, progenitor of time, forever blessed, deity sublime, propitious on a novel mystic shine, and crown his wishes with a life divine. To Fire. O ever untamed fire, who reigns on high, in Jove's dominions, ruler of the sky, the glorious sun, with dazzling luster bright, and moon and stars from thee derived their light, all-taming power, ethereal shining fire, whose vivid blasts the heat of life inspire, the world's best element, light-bearing power, with starry radiance shining, splendid flower. Oh, hear my suppliant prayer, and may thy frame be ever innocent, serene, and tame. To Protagonos, creator of the universe, or the firstborn. Almighty first begotten, hear my prayer, whilst you wander through the air, glorying in thy golden wings, from whom the race of gods and mortals springs. From eyes obscure thou wipe the gloom of night, all-spreading splendor, pure and holy light. Hence called the glory of the sky, on waving pinions through the world you fly. Dark-eyed splendor, thee I sing, genial, all-prudent, ever-blessed King, with joyful aspect on our rites divine, and holy sacrifice propitious shine. To the stars. With holy voice I call the stars on high, pure sacred lights and genii of the sky, celestial stars, the progeny of night, in whirling circles, beaming far your light. Refulgent rays around the heavens ye throw, eternal fires, the source of all below. With flames significant of fate ye shine, and aptly rule for man a path divine. In 7 bright zones ye run with wandering flames, and heaven and earth compose your lucid frames. With course unwearied, pure and fiery bright, forever shining through the veil of night. Hail, twinkling, joyful, ever wakeful fires, propitious shine on all my just desires. These sacred rites regard with conscious rays, and end our works devoted to your praise. To the sun. Hear, golden Titan, whose eternal eye with broad survey illumines all the sky. Self-born, unwearied in diffusing light, and to all eyes the mirror of delight, Lord of the seasons, with thy fiery car, and leaping coursers, beaming light from far. With thy right hand the source of morning light, and with thy left the father of the night. Agile and vigorous, venerable sun, fiery and bright around the heavens you run. Foe to the wicked, but the good man's guide. Over all his steps propitious you preside. With various founding golden lyre, it is mine to fill the world with harmony divine. Father of ages, guide of prosperous deeds, the world's commander borne by lucid steeds, immortal, all-searching, bearing light, source of existence, pure and fiery bright, bearer of fruits, almighty Lord of years, agile and warm, whom every power reveres. Great eye of nature and the starry skies, with immortal flames to set and rise, dispensing justice, lover of the stream, the world's great sovereign and over all supreme, faithful defender and the eye of right, of steeds the ruler and of life the light. Propitious on these mystic labors shine, and bless thy suppliants with a life divine. To nature. Nature, all-parent, ancient and divine, O much mechanic mother, art is thine. Heavenly, abundant, venerable queen, in every part of thy dominions seen, untamed, all-taming, ever-splendid light, all-ruling, honored, and supremely bright, immortal, firstborn, ever still the same, nocturnal, starry, shining, glorious dame. Thy feet still traces in a circling course, by thee are turned with unremitting force. Pure ornament of all powers divine, finite and infinite alike you shine, to all things common and in all things known, yet incommunicable and alone. Without a father of thy wondrous frame, thyself the Father whence thy essence came, all flourishing, connecting, mingling soul, leader and ruler of this mighty whole, life-bearer, all sustaining, various named, and for commanding grace and beauty famed. Justice, supreme in might, whose general sway the waters of the restless deep obey. Ethereal, earthly, for the pious glad, sweet to the good, but bitter to the bad. All wife, all bounteous, provident, divine, a rich increase of nutriment is thine. Father of all, great nurse and mother kind, abundant, blessed, all spermatic mind. Mature, impetuous, from whose fertile seeds and hand this changing scene proceeds. All parent power to mortal eyes unseen, eternal, moving, all sagacious queen. By thee the world, whose parts in rapid flow, like swift descending streams no respite know, on an eternal hinge, with steady course, is whirled with matchless unremitting force. Throned on a circling car, thy mighty hand holds and directs the reins of wide command. Various thy essence, honored and the best, of judgment too, the general end and test. Intrepid, fatal, all subduing dame, life everlasting breathing flame, immortal, providence, the world is thine, and thou art all things architect divine. O blessed goddess, hear thy suppliant's prayer, and make my future life thy constant care. Give plenteous seasons and sufficient wealth, and crown my days with lasting peace and health. Let us continue with excerpts from the Hymns of Orpheus. To the earth. O goddess, earth, of gods and men the source, endued with fertile, all-destroying force, all parent, bounding, whose prolific powers produce a store of beauteous fruits and flowers, all various made, the eternal world's strong base, immortal, blessed, crowned with every grace, from whose wide womb, as an endless root, fruits many-formed, mature and grateful shoot. Deep-bosomed, blessed, pleased with grassy plains, sweet to the smell, and prolific rains. All flowery daemon, center of the world, around thy orb the beauteous stars are hurled, with rapid whirl, eternal and divine, whose frames with matchless skill and wisdom shine. Come, blessed goddess, listen to my prayer, and make increase of fruits thy constant care. With fertile seasons in thy train, draw near, and with propitious mind thy suppliant hear. To Pan, god of the wild, I call strong Pan, the substance of the whole, ethereal, marine, earthly, general soul, immortal fire, for all the world is thine, and oral parts of thee, O power divine. Come, blessed Pan, whom rural hounds delight, come, leaping, agile, wandering, starry light. The hours and seasons wait thy high command, and round thy throne in graceful order stand. Goat-footed, horned Pan, passionate power from whom the world began, whose various parts by thee inspired combine in endless dance and melody divine. In thee a refuge from our fears we find, those fears peculiar to the humankind. The sportive nymphs thy every step attend, and all thy works fulfill their destined end. O all-producing power, much famed, divine, the world's great ruler, rich increase is thine. All fertile, heavenly splendor pure, in fruits rejoicing and in caves obscure. By thee the earth, wide-bosomed, deep and long, stands on a basis permanent and strong. The unwearied waters of the rolling sea, profoundly spreading, yield to thy decree. Old ocean, too, reveres thy high command, whose liquid arms begirt the solid land. The spacious air, whose nutrimental fire and vivid blasts the heat of life inspire. The ledger frame of fire, whose sparkling eye shines on the summit of the azure sky. Submit alike to thee, whole general sway, all parts of matter, various formed obey. All nature's change through thy protecting care, and all humankind thy liberal bounties share. For these, wherever dispersed through boundless space, still find thy providence support their race. Come, blessed power, draw near, passionate Pan, thy humble suppliant hear, propitious to these holy rites attend, and grant my life may meet a prosperous end. Drive panic fury too, wherever found, from humankind to earth's remotest bound. To justice. The piercing eye of justice bright I sing, placed by the throne of heaven's almighty King, perceiving thence with vision unconfined the life and conduct of the humankind. To thee revenge and punishment belong, chastising every deed unjust and wrong, whose power alone these similars can join, and from the equality of truth combine, for all the ill persuasion can inspire. When urging bad designs with counsel dire, it is thine alone to punish with the race of lawless passions and incentives base, for thou art ever to the good inclined, and hostile to the man of evil mind. Come, all propitious, and thy suppliant hear, when fate's predestined final hour draws near. To equity. O blessed equity, humankind's delight, the eternal friend of conduct just and right, abundant, venerable, honored maid, to judgments pure, dispensing constant aid, a stable conscience and an upright mind, for men unjust by thee are undermined, whose souls perverse thy bondage never desire, but more untamed decline thy scourges dire. Harmonious, friendly power, averse to strife, in peace rejoicing and a stable life, lovely, loquacious, of a gentle mind, hating excess, to equal deeds inclined. Wisdom and virtue of whatever degree receive their proper bound alone in thee. Here, goddess equity, the deeds destroy of evil men, which human life annoy, that all may yield to thee of mortal birth, whether supported by the fruits of earth, or in her kindly fertile bosom found, or in the depths of marine Jove profound. To law. The holy King of gods and men I call, celestial law, the righteous seal of all, the seal which stamps whatever the earth contains, nature's firm basis and the liquid plains, stable and starry, of harmonious frame, preserving laws eternally the same. Thy all-composing power in heaven appears, connects its frame and props the starry spheres, and shakes weak envy with tremendous sound, tossed by thy arm in giddy whirls around. It is thine the life of mortals to defend, and crown existence with a blessed end. For thy command and alone of all that lives, order and rule to every dwelling gives. Ever observant of the upright mind, and of just actions the companion kind, foe to the lawless, with avenging ire, their steps involving in destruction dire. Come, bless abundant power, whom all revere, by all desired, with favor in mind draw near. Give me through life on thee to fix my fight, and never forsake the equal paths of right. For more information, please visit sacred-texts.com.
A vegan diet keeps consumer dollars out of the marketplace that supports factory farming, which I believe to be evil. Steph Davis, vegan.
Gracious viewers, it was a pleasure that you could join us today. May the heavenly lights and melodies inspire and bless you always.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Műsoraink sok nyelvet tartalmaznak. Kérjük, tekintse meg itt suprememastertv.com/schedule és suprememastertv.com/WOW.